We live in a world of noise, charts, opinions, greed, but behind the chaos, there is a quieter path. The Stoic investor walks it. He doesn't chase the market, he doesn't fear crashes, he doesn't worship wealth. He uses money not to impress, but to live, deliberately. This channel isn't for everyone, it's for those tired of extremes, tired of being told what to buy, when to sell, and how to feel. Here, you'll learn to think, to act slowly, to win without noise. You won't hear hype, you'll hear reason. And if you believe that investing should be an extension of your values, then you're home. Let's begin. 1. Collect calm, not stocks. We are taught to collect things, objects, assets, symbols of success. But the Stoic investor, he collects something different. He collects calm. In a world chasing speed, he slows down. While others scream into markets, he listens to silence. Owning stocks without peace is just another form of slavery. You might have money, but you're broke on the inside. Seneca once wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." And the market is full of imagination. Prices go up, we cheer. Prices drop, we panic. But the Stoic watches both and smiles. He is not here for thrills, he is here for time. Because real wealth is being able to look at your portfolio and feel nothing. No fear, no greed, just clarity. When your strategy is aligned with your values, there's nothing left to chase. You already won. The Stoic investor does not brag about what he owns. He brags about what he doesn't need. Simplicity is his edge. Let others fight over pennies. Let them drown in dopamine. We collect something rarer, a still mind. And if that speaks to you, you're already walking this path. 2. Emotions lie, numbers don't. Emotions, they are ancient, useful for survival, terrible for investing. The Stoic investor knows your brain is wired to overreact. Fear of loss, FOMO, the high of gains. These emotions were never designed for a stock market. Seneca said, "We are more often frightened than hurt." And that's exactly how investors behave. A red candle on a chart, and suddenly your hands sweat. But the truth is simple. Numbers don't lie. Only we do. We lie to ourselves when we say, "I'll buy low and sell high." But then we panic and do the opposite. The Stoic investor builds rules. He automates, he tracks, he detaches. He does not feel rich. He knows his net worth. He does not guess. He calculates. Because if you can measure it, you can improve it. Discipline beats intuition every time. And while others ride emotional roller coasters, he walks steadily with reason as his compass. 3. Don't time the market. Time your life. Every day someone is trying to time the market, buying right before the next boom, selling right before the next crash. But here's the truth. No one knows. Not your favorite finance YouTuber, not the billionaire on Twitter, not even the algorithms. Timing the market is a distraction. The Stoic investor knows this. Instead of asking, "Is now a good time to invest?" he asks, "Where am I in my life? Your age, your health, your responsibilities, your dreams. Those are real. The charts, they're noise." Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think." So, should you wait for the next crash before investing? Or should you build your future, starting now? The market has always recovered, but your time, it never comes back. The Stoic investor doesn't try to buy the bottom. He buys peace of mind. He buys consistency. He times his habits, not the headlines. He focuses on decades, not days. He doesn't try to predict the next 10% dip. He prepares for the next 100% rise. So the real question is, are you building your strategy based on the news cycle or your life cycle? 4. The less you trade, the more you keep. The market will tempt you. Every hour, every tweet, every chart flashing red or green. But the Stoic investor, he doesn't react. Seneca once said, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare, it is because we do not dare that they are difficult." The investor who dares to be still, who dares to be patient, becomes the master of time. Most people think action equals progress, but in the markets, it often equals loss, fees, taxes, emotional mistakes. They eat your returns quietly, like rust. Warren Buffett made 99% of his wealth after age 50 because he wasn't trading, he was waiting. The Stoic investor trades rarely when it matters. He knows doing nothing is a decision. In investing, as in life, clarity comes from stepping back, not rushing in. So next time you feel the urge to act, pause, breathe, ask, is this aligned with my philosophy or just my anxiety? Want to test your patience? Try going 30 days without checking your portfolio. 5. Choose peace over profit. What's the point of growing your wealth if you lose your mind in the process? The Stoic investor doesn't just invest in stocks or ETFs. He invests in his state of mind. Epictetus taught us, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. We don't chase the market. We don't obsess over gains. We focus on the why behind our money. It's not about outperforming your neighbor. It's about sleeping peacefully at night. Let others scream over daily price swings. Let them panic with the headlines. You're building fortress-like calm. The investor who is constantly anxious, who refreshes his portfolio like a gambler at a slot machine, has already lost regardless of returns. So what if you earn 1% less this year? If you lived with purpose? If you had time to walk slowly, to breathe deeply? That's real freedom. Your money should buy you space, not stress. 6. Master the inner game, release the outer chaos. Epictetus said, "A man is not worried by real problems so much as by his imagined anxieties about real problems." Markets rise and markets fall, nations grow and nations decay. Fortunes appear overnight and disappear by morning. You, however, are not the market. You are the stillness within it. The Stoic investor doesn't waste energy predicting outcomes. Instead, they channel their energy into preparation, discipline, and execution. You can't control inflation, interest rates, or recessions, but you can control your savings rate, your asset allocation, your risk appetite. Epictetus taught us to divide the world into two categories: what is within our power and what is not. The wise investor lives in that same binary reality. Ask yourself, is this something I can influence today, or am I just feeding my anxiety? Every time you ask that, you sharpen your edge. You become unshaken. You don't chase the market. You don't fear the news. You don't obsess over daily volatility. You walk your path. The greatest investors didn't become great by knowing the future. They became great by mastering themselves. The Stoic investor's oath: wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. If you've reached this point, you already know this path isn't for everyone. It's not about shortcuts or trends or becoming rich overnight. It's about becoming unbreakable over time. The Stoic investor makes peace with uncertainty. They seek progress, not perfection. They build quietly, patiently, consistently, even when no one is watching. And when the world panics, they remain still. Here's the oath, not for me, but for you to carry in your own voice. I will invest with discipline. I will not be ruled by fear or greed. I will control what I can. I will release what I cannot. I will walk the long path with patience, and I will find freedom, not in fortune, but in my philosophy. If this philosophy speaks to something deeper in you, don't ignore it. The world will keep rushing, shouting, selling, but your path doesn't need noise. Walk it with clarity, walk it with resolve, and when you're ready to go further, you'll know where to return. Subscribe the channel. This space was built for you.